Can't stop, won't stop, baby. Yes, sir. We're on to the game squeeze. Here we are once again. Good morning. I hope you guys are doing great. I am doing just peachy. Um, and just trying to figure out, how to use my phone sometimes. I hope you guys are doing great. Um, Figured I'd go on and come in to talk about what's going on. We had earnings yesterday, and I don't know if you guys know, but we have some good news, and we are gonna get some warrants. Now, these warrants, if I read it correctly, are kind of a golden ticket. Why do you ask? Well, let me tell you in a little bit. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to get um, and put this on the Discord so people know that I'm actually live at this moment, and so that they can actually tune in. Good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. I hope you guys are doing great and having as good a day as I am at the moment. Um, whoa, right? If you guys were not here yesterday when I went live and you didn't hear the news, if you guys have been stuck under a rock, or or you guys have been kind of just too busy to like see what's going on with the stock market, here we are once again, and we're going to talk about what the market is giving us. It seems like we're nicely green in a lot of areas, right? And that we got the stock markets trying to kind of, I don't know what they're doing. I mean, it's kind of a nothing burger. I mean, yes, the VIX is down, but the Nasdaq is halfway up. The Russell 2000, nothing. Kind of down a point, or 63 basis points now. S&P 500, 43 basis points. Oracle seems to have soared after some blockbuster AI revenue. So that's kind of telling us, AI is actually it's something that's here to stay. And I think we're kind of like the infancy of it, right? I think we're if we were to put up like an age on it, from someone being from like 1 to 50 years old, we're kind of like in the 12 years, like preteen type of situation. So we're not like where we're supposed to be. They just can't build data centers fast enough right now, right? Where to have all these servers. And so anyways, excited. I'm excited. GameStop had some pretty good earnings, and RC Ryan Cohen shocked everybody because he basically gave us a dividend, 10% dividend, um, and it's surging right now. The stock is surging, better than expected. Quarter two, I'll say, almost $1 billion in revenue, and so yeah, we're making money, right? Right now the stock is trading at, last time it was 25 and change. Right now it's trading at 24.74, and I love how it's people are taking profit and it's getting hammered down because these shorts, they're done. They're absolutely cooked, and they know it. We know it. Anybody that's been trading GME and knows the deal, it knows it. Ryan Cohen knows it. Kenny knows it. Lefty knows it. It's just the overall, the street itself, right? Most retail investors have no idea what this is. They're just like, oh, we're getting warrants. They don't know what warrants are. They don't know how to exercise them. When these dates are. So, okay, it's just interesting right now. But I was able to buy back my covered calls. I put some stink bids in there, just hoping, because I saw it kind of, as the market opened, I saw it just starting getting attacked, and like you can see the ladders, right? And it's so coordinated. But either way, look. My $22 cash secure puts, done. $23 cash secure puts, done. I have $30 cash secure puts that expire in October. I am not touching them. I have $30 cash secure puts that expire in January. I am not touching them. I am laughing right now. Could I close them? I may if we go on like some type of mini sneeze, short sneeze, right? And we hit like $30 or whatever really quickly. I may just sell them real quick so that I can acquire shares, but probably not. I think I just went on the market, yesterday in the open market and just got some shares at like 24.51. So I'm pretty happy right now, man. Um, Who do we have in the house right now, real quick? Always be writing and saying, good morning. Jude Case in the house saying morning savage and all. Chase Rosita Parker's in the house. Dude is in the house. CKT saying, let's go. Lots of good stuff going on today. AAOI is up 11%. HIM's up 7%, and buying more GME. I am myself. AAOI is it does that. I keep telling you guys, man. It goes up to 24, 25, comes back down to 22, 23, and it goes back up to 25 and comes down to 21. It's like it is an option writer's dream. My cash secure puts just die like 30, 40, 50% in a day sometimes. And I just go close them and then I'll just wait. And then it'll go back down. And then I'll do some more cash secure puts, take profit off the table, and then do it again, rinse and repeat. I'm just daring these guys to put those shares to me, and if they do great, I mean, I want the stock. It's so volatile that as soon as I'm put these shares, I'm going to write some cover calls on the first pop to 25 we get. I'm going to write some 26s, go up a couple of months, and then bring in that premium. That's what I do. So yes, I told you guys to write those $20 cash secure puts on AOI up to January, right? And again, this is not financial advice. It's kind of like what I am doing is what I did. And I was like, if I was to write some cash secure puts on AOI, it would be probably some 20s, some 22s even. And then in there, the market to take you out. And so, same thing with GME. I was buying $22 cash secure puts and 23s and just daring them to put the shares in my account, and we'll see what happens. Karen D is in the house saying good morning. Premium and the option is in the house saying good morning, happy Wednesday. Another pocket filling day indeed, my friend. It is. CKT saying GME just waiting to fill the gap on the 1 year chart up to 28. We will see. Double D's in the house. Double D, what is up, my duders? Just we're watching GameStop right now, and it's 24.72 at the moment. I just love it. I just absolutely love it. Let's see here. Let's share the screen. Yay! So screen's gonna go dark for a second. Don't be scared. It's just I think that the program it kind of sits idle for a second, and then the screen shows up. And I'm talking, so don't even worry about that. If it doesn't show in the next 5-6 seconds, I'm going to come off of it and stop sharing because, I don't know why it's not showing. There it is. Yeah, buddy. There's the screen. All right. So what do we have here? And can you guys see it? Yes, you can. The shares of GameStop Core, that's GME, are up 5.9% to trade at $24.96. At last check, after the retailer announced a top and bottom line beat for the second quarter, making its fifth straight quarterly win. That's 5 quarters. The company also noted the value of its Bitcoin holdings surpassed $500 million. And GME is pacing for its 4th straight daily gain while sporting a 6.6 year-over-year lead. Shares are breaking above resistance at the 24 level, which has been in place for the last 4 months. And this is exactly why we've been riding the 22s and 23s on the put side and on the call side. My 23s were in danger. They expire next week. And I said, you know what? let me buy back the covered calls. I was able to get them at 161. I think I got close to $2 per call, and so I made a little money. I'm not sad at all. I've got my shares back, and now we're just gonna sit idle and wait, to see how this is gonna unfold, right? I don't think people understand exactly how the warrants are gonna work, and the way you got to look at it is these warrants are pretty much look at them as a dividend, right? Um, Look at them as you being paid a nice percentage for holding the shares. And this is something that Ryan Cohen did on purpose because he could have just given you, you know, a dividend, right? Like cash. But what he did warrants, and he did warrants because those that have synthetic shares that don't have real shares, they have to account for these shares because whoever's holding them, right? And it's let's say they're a brokerage firm, um, and they've told their clients, say somebody's holding 10,000 shares, right? There's in their portfolio it shows 10,000 GME shares, right? Um, they're going to expect 1,000 warrants in October, right? If these guys cannot show the 1,000 warrants, it's gonna be some shit. But the thing is this: the thing is, how do they account for the shares um, so that they can get the warrants? They can't. And the thing is that this is what's going to drive, I believe, a pretty crazy short squeeze. Um, so this is not hoopla. This is not like gives me. Um, sorry, guys. I'm just um, texting my wife. My wife is texting me, letting me know that she got to work safe. So here we are. Yes. Shorts are they got burned, man. The shorts are burned. They're gonna have to go out and they're gonna have to buy um these shares in the open market, and they're trying to short it right now. So they probably are trying to get as many cheap shares as possible. They shorted at 10, they shorted at 12, 13, 14, and now they're going to have to cover, right? So the warrants a new security that will be tradable and have market value on October 3rd. You got to remember that, right? So they have to account for shares in order to get the warrants. Um, if they are synthetically short on GME, right? Uh, they created some magical shares out of thin air uh, because they wanted to crush the company to zero. Well, they have to get their hands on some shares as soon as they can before October 3rd, right? And they have to close their positions. Um, I think right now they're trying their best to hold GME below $32 a share because that's what the warrants are going to show, right? You have a golden ticket, and you're going to be for every 10 shares, um, you're going to be given a golden ticket. Okay, that gives you the right to own GME at $32 a share. This expires, in October 2026, right? Now, what does that mean, Savage? Well, my friends, what that means is that if the shares are trading at $50 in the open market at any point in time, right, between now and October 2026, or sorry, between October 7th and October 2026, um, you can then use your golden ticket and say, I would like to turn in my golden ticket and now to you, sir, good sir, and I would like my share right now. Doesn't matter where it's trading at. If I read it correctly, you will get a share at a value of $32. That's what it's going to show, right, on your portfolio that you got it up there. It's $32. So then you can go on the open market and sell it at 50. So there's an $18 difference there. But potentially, that's what I am seeing. That's what I'm reading. And this is exactly why those golden tickets are going to be so valuable. And I don't think that the GME squad is going to let go of those tickets, anytime soon. I think they're going to try and see just, how this squeeze is going to happen, because these shorts have to cover now. Like that's the value of the shares on October, basically, right? Between October 7th and the next year, it's $32. So that there's a benchmark, right? Now, what will these be worth on the open market? We don't know, because we don't know what the future holds, right? But I just think that if they think that then that they can create synthetic or counterfeit shares, right? Um, or warrants. You can't. You can't because uh, there's basically an obligation for somebody that owns that's going to give out the warrants to see that these are in fact real shares, right? Um, in order to get the security, and it's out of the equity system. Right? Go and fuck them, because it's out of the equity system. Like you can't just say like, oh, look at these. This paper says I have 1,000 shares. Can I have the warrants? Like, no. Let us see the certificate, right? People have DRS their shit, so it's just. I don't think people understand just how awesome this is, and like they're trying their best to hold it down. But it's fugazi. Like the battleground is gonna be $25 at least for the day, right? But like as soon as $24 is done, right? That's done. Now it's just about how are they gonna short it? And I think right now, like, option sellers are just having a ball. They're going in, selling covered calls. It drops, they're gonna buy them back. Same thing with cash secured puts. You could go at both ends right now. You could do $30 cash secured puts to January. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Right now, that's free money. What are cash secured puts going for right now? GME cash secured puts right now. January 15, 2027, cash secured puts. $30 cash secured puts. You could have gotten $8.90 for them this morning. Right now, they're trading between $8.10 and $8.80. I say put some $8.75 bids there. Free money. There's no way GME is going to be $30 in 2027. It's absolutely no way. It's at least $32. Go to January. Go to January 2026. January 2026 will give you, for the $30 cash secure put, $640. That's well over 20% for your troubles. 21% for your troubles. Make some free money, right? The security could also conquer the 80-day moving average if the gains hold, but it carries a 20.1% year-to-date deficit. Not for long. The meme stock, heavily shorted with the 67.84 million shares sold short, making up 16.6% of its available float. It would take the shorts more than a week to cover, to buy back their bets and GME's average pace of trading. But the thing is this is within them, staying within the equity system, right? And them not counting the synthetic shares. But there's there's anywhere between what 450 million and like a billion fucking synthetic shares. So do you understand that they have to account for at least um 40 million shares or warrants? At least 45 million share warrants. Where are they gonna get those from? It's gonna be fucking insane. Um, the 50-day call put volume ratio of the international securities, CBO options, CBOE, and Nasdaq sits higher than all readings from the past year. This means that option traders have been much more bearish than usual in the last 10 weeks. Not anymore. Options volumes is today running at 7 times in the intraday average amount, with 311,000 calls and 119,000 puts exchanged so far today. The most active contract is the weekly 9, 12, 25 strike call, followed by the 24 and 26 strike calls. In that series, the positions are being opened at the ladder. So, guys, it's going to be kind of awesome to see how this unfolds, right? But I'm excited. I'm excited just to see how these things unfold. And again, as a shareholder, right? I'm gonna say some. I'm gonna say I'm selling some covered calls, maybe some October 17s, right? Um, just so that I can get the warrants, um, and then see what happens. I may sell some 30s, but it's yet to be determined. At this point, I kind of want to see, the next 2 weeks how things unfold, um, and then wait for the time to shrink for those that are gonna start covering, um, because something tells me these guys are fucking hard headed, and they think that they're gonna be able to like pull a fast one again. They're looking for ways. I'm sure they're looking for loopholes, but we'll see. We will see. What do we got here? SJ Tavares in the house saying sup savage. Jude Case in the house. D Visual Art saying nice. Got the screen share the work. Keep growing, brother. Ricardo Canales saying savage. Just want 100 shares of GME, says always be writing. I mean, yeah. I mean, guys, you gotta take you guys anywhere under $32, right? Right now it's just free money. I would say go through a cash secure put, man. These shares are not gonna stay down here. No way they're gonna stay down here. Not financial advice, obviously, but I am just loving my $30 cash secure puts expiring in January. I got over $10 for those, right? So those are now trading at like $7. It's free money. I just sold those like a month and a half ago, right? And they already shrank, so I can't wait to for GME to go to like $29 a share, and then I'll buy those back, and then I'll roll, and I'll just buy those back, and I'll sell some 2027s. I'm bringing more free money. It's just, why not? They're giving it to you. It might as well be you who takes the money and not someone else. So I'm excited, my friends, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. I don't know if you guys, are doing calls or puts, but cash secure puts is the way to go. I say stay away from calls, because those are going to be hot potatoes, man. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to get burned, and you may just pay too much. The spread is pretty big right now. So look, cash secure puts, and if for whatever reasons you get put those shares, guess what? You were thinking about buying the shares anyway, so what the hell, right? But if you're going to get your hands on some shares, get them before October 3rd. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get my hands on as many shares as possible. I'm trying to see if I can close some positions and move some money around, make some lateral moves with all my other stocks, because if I can add a couple of thousand more shares, beautiful thing. SoFi is 25.83 at the moment. It was early this morning, 2680. Which is a beautiful thing because I've been telling you guys, if SoFi goes to, it's gonna go to 28, right? But if it does, on the way there, take advantage of the volatility, take advantage of that open interest, um, sell some November calls. I was telling you guys some $28 covered calls out to November 11/21. You could have gotten $265 for a contract today. Those are down to 220 now. So you would have made $45 per contract, and 5 of those, that's $450 in one day. So $28 covered calls, expiring November 21st. Right now, you can ask for $225 per contract. You got 10 contracts, that's $2,250 in your pockets. You can pay your rent with that money, right? For a couple of months of loaning your shares out. And if you get taken out at 28, well, realistically, you're getting taken out at over $30 a share. What is wrong with that? The point of being in the stock market is so that you can make money, right? You're making money. Don't get greedy. Bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered, and that's what happens. Somebody today was waiting for SoFi to hit 27. I can guarantee that. Somebody was today waiting for 27, and they were like, as soon as it goes to 27, 27, 25, I'm going to sell some 28s. Look at what happened. Now you can't sell shit because it just went down. Or if you decide to sell some 28s. You're basically $2.12 out of the money. Go to November. Time is money, right? Capitalize on that. Get paid for it. Your portfolio is a building. Remember that. That's the way that my channel, I try to teach you guys, man. Your portfolio is your building. You own it. You're managing it, right? The companies you own, right? They're your tenants, right? Have them pay rent. Have them pay rent so that they can belong in your building, so they can stay there, right? It makes no sense to just hold and hope for something to happen, because we don't know what's happening, right? What do we know right now? We know right now SoFi Technologies is $25.86 a share. That's what we know. We don't know if tomorrow it's going to go to 27. We don't know if it's going to go to 24. We know right now it's $25.88, and we know right now you can get over $2.25 for a covered call out in November. And so if I go to $30 before then, of course it can. But will it? That's the thing. You got to look at everything that's happening, right? Look at the macros, right? Look at the micros. Look at the PPI numbers that came out. Look at CPI, right? Look at what everything is telling us, right? These numbers that just got revised for unemployment yesterday, 911,000 jobs less than previously thought, right? That's not even accounting for the unemployment. People that have been unemployed more than 6 months, the numbers don't show because they're not looking for work. They say, why? Because they're unemployment right now. So they're not certifying anymore. So they don't count them, but they're out there. They still don't have jobs. And we're losing jobs at the same rate, that we were losing jobs in 2007, 2008. It's there again, so just because 7-8 companies are making ridiculous amounts of money doesn't mean that everybody else is. You got to realize that we may be coming into like a little downturn, and you want to make yourself you want to give yourself a better chance, right, of holding your equity, holding your money, your capital, and you want to mitigate risks, right? So what better way than to just getting paid for actually owning some stock and not necessarily selling it? Because at the end of the day, let's say that November comes around and SoFi is $29 a share, right? You can always roll. You can roll to January 30s, and then get more premium for rolling, because then the shares are only $1 in the money. You sold 28, so basically you're $1 out of the money, right, or in the money, so to speak. And so now you're going to go one out of the money by going to 30s. So basically, you stay ahead of the stock, and you're getting a premium because you're probably going to get a premium to roll. It's more than $100 that move, right? So you're going to get the difference. That's what you have to take into account. All right. Let's see here. CKT is saying, I have 10 cash secure puts on Rigetti for October 15s, up 27%. Do I buy back and write 30s? Cash secure puts on GME for 27 or hold out? I want the shares or on Rigetti. Do nothing on Rigetti. If you're up 27%, do nothing. I mean, if you have October 15s, right, and you have $10. I mean, well, I don't know the strike is. I know you have 10 cash secure puts. I don't know the strike. Oh, wait. So you have 15s on Rigetti. So you have 10 cash secure puts on for October 17th, right? That's the date. So I think you have 15s. Yeah. So okay. So you have October 15s that are expiring on October 15th, and you have 10 cash secure puts on Rigetti. You're up 27%. I say do nothing. I say get paid to get the stock. If for whatever reasons, Rigetti is like $14.95, $14.75 that day, you're getting the shares. You're gonna get the shares. And guess what? You got paid to buy a stock you want. Then you can wait for it to go up 5% or 10% on a day, which it does often. And then you can sell some covered calls. Sell some 17s out to November. Get paid to sell it back. You got paid to buy it, get paid to sell it back. And you're making the difference. I mean, that's making money. You're just always moving, right? You're moving you're grinding the gears and you're just positioning yourself in different areas, and always you keep making money and your account keeps growing, right? You're not at the mercy of the market and waiting for like a stock to move and hope that for the best, right? That's not what you're doing. You're being proactive and you keep it moving. As far as GME, split and buy back 5 to put into GME, good problems to have. I would, it's a good problem to have indeed. I mean, I don't know, dude. I mean, you have 5, 10 Rigettis, right? 15s. So you would need to get out of 2 to go into GME. I mean, the warrants are going to be 10%. So it's up to you, bro. I mean, it's not a bad problem to have either way. It's up to you. Do you want a potential, I mean, Rigetti's going to 25, 30 a share. It's just a matter of time. We know that GME is at least $32 because we know that. That's the warrants, right? So it's up to you, brother. I can't tell you what it is a good problem to have indeed. JJ's in the house saying, Savage. Kilua Dre saying, good morning. Oh, Charlie, good morning, Savage. Appreciate your insights. It's all good, man. I appreciate you tuning in and watching, guys. CKT, $15 strike. October 17th is the date. I figured that much. Susan Shop says 3 weeks is way to go till October 3rd for GME. I think it's going to buy back my 10X October 17th 30 cash secure puts that I got for $5 for and wait for it to drop to 21, 22 to buy shares lower. I don't trust these hedge funds. I mean, you're gambling, basically. That's what you're doing. I would say stay put. I mean, you could roll those 30s to January. Why not just roll them to January? You know that you could keep rolling them. Like I don't see the point of you buying them back. You got $5 for them. They're probably, let's see, 35 times. You're probably close to it. So like, I don't know. I don't see the logic there, Susan. You got to help me. It's not going to go to 21, 22. I just don't see it. I mean, if it went to 21 and 22, you could roll. You could roll and then bring in more premium because the premium is going to be bigger, right? So you could take advantage of that. So I don't see a downside. I thought to roll, but I don't get much for roll to generate. It's 85-cent credit. 85 cents credit. That's times 10. That's $850. I mean, you don't have to do anything. Sometimes the best thing to do is nothing. Whenever you're in a position where you feel like you're uncomfortable going either way, cross your arms. You have so much time between now and October. Just chill. Just let the stock tell you what to do, right? Don't try to outthink it. Don't try to think Though it's not rocket science, right? So like, right now I think that because of all the news and people talking about, the stock and you thinking, oh, the shorts are gonna come in and hit us again. Like, I hope they do. I really hope they do. I'll just go buy more at the open market. I'd love to go in with like some $20, some $21 shares. Are you kidding? I would go to the open market and buy like, I don't know, 5,000 of them, 3,000 of them, and then just wait for October to happen so that I can get, 10% of whatever it is that I buy with warrants, and then once I have the warrants, I'm just going to sit on them and just see it play out. Because I know they're going to be worth $32, next year. Whatever happens between then and now, it's all good. So I think you're having too little faith on the number. I mean, look at the numbers that they just showed us yesterday, right? We have 25 cents per share EPS, right? And that's $1 in a year, right? That's $1 in a year per share, right? So we go times, forward times earnings. I mean, it's just they have almost $1 billion that they made in revenue. They have 4,710 Bitcoin, right? If Bitcoin goes to 150,000 bucks, right? They're pretty much making 33%, 35% of their investment. So that's going to go up. They're going to sit on like I don't know, close to $1 billion. Just this digital cards and just everything they're doing is just firing on all cylinders, and they just keep growing. Their assets just keep growing. And what if they decide to buy more Bitcoin, like 550 more million dollars of Bitcoin, right? And Bitcoin goes even further up. What if they buy Ethereum? What if they decide to buy some Nvidia? What if they decide to buy some Unity? And I mean, they can do whatever they want. They're sitting on like $9 billion of cash, right? This is what Warren Buffett does, guys. I don't know if you guys realize that, but Warren Buffett, he comes in, he hoards cash for a long time, and then the Wall Street gets angry at him because they're like, why is he holding so much cash? Like, it's not good to have all this cash on hand. And then fucking the market tanks. And he goes in shopping sprees. And he loaned Bank of America money during the financial crisis in 2008. He loaned them money. He loaned the bank money and got ridiculous amounts of interest on it. And I mean, that's money into I mean, there's a reason the stock is almost $1 million a share. Okay, I'm not saying that GME is going to go to $1 million a share. What I'm saying is he's using the same strategy. Cohen is not stupid, man. Cohen is not stupid, and he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's not taking any payments. He's not a CEO that's paying himself. He knows that his fortune is kind of tied to GME's cost per share, right? The value of the GME stock, and he's going to get a shitload of warrants. We're not even talking about Roaring Kitty. Kitty's going to get so many warrants, right? So it's just, listen, he hasn't even tweeted yet. Has he tweeted? Does anybody know if Roaring Kitty has he tweeted? I don't know if he's tweeted, but I'm just, guys, it's a good day, man. I don't think people realize, just how key these warrants are, right? And so guys, don't sell your shares, don't sell your cash secure put, don't buy back your cash secure puts. Just have have patience and see what the market tells you. We got a long time between now and those warrants are handed out. So let's just take your time. Don't make any sudden moves, and see what the market gives you. See in a couple of weeks what we're doing, and then go from there. So anyways, Let's see, where are we doing? We're stopping sharing now. The great thing about this, we only have to hold GME shares till October 3rd to get warrants. We can sell shares after the warrants, so it's all good. You could, but like if the shares are at $26, $27, why would you sell them when you know that in October they're going to be $32 at least, right? So sell cover calls. Sell cover calls. If you want to sell your shares, like, can I suggest, like, it's a suggestion. It's not telling you what to do, but it's just cover calls. Look at what the strikes are. Sell some 30s for January. Bring in a few dollars per share. So essentially, you're selling like at $32, right? And then in January, if the stock is like at 28, 29, guess what? You're gonna get your stock back, and you can sell more cover calls. This time's out to like April, right? And then you can go to like $31 strike, $32 strike, and bring in another couple of dollars, right? And just keep making money. Keep moving those gears. Ricardo Canales saying catch a kid put $30 in 650 for January 26th. Boom! Good job, Ricardo. Basically, you're buying the shares at $23.50, and you're getting paid for that. So I don't see anything wrong with that move at all. It's free money. I love free money. You're basically getting 20%, 21% back right off the bat. For your return on investment, and no bank is going to give you that. No bank from now until January is going to give you 650, or 640 for you, or 650 for you putting your $3,000 in the bank. No bank will do that. That's insane. And if you did nothing for the rest of the year, you just outperformed the market. The market on average is returning what, like 8 to 10%. The S&P 500 13%, but then you have to pay fees, right, to the people that manage the funds, who get paid whether you make money or not. Like if you're in the red 10-15%, they're still gonna get paid, right? The commission, motherfucker. So you're getting screwed either way. But hey, listen, you just outperformed the S&P 500. People that manage stocks for a living, you just outperformed them with that right there. Not a bad thing. My cash accrued puts are October 17th. So with 3 October cutoff of the warrants, I may not get assigned to get the shares net basis 30 minus 5 for 25. So if I hold my cash accrued puts, I may not get extra shares. Savage is my expiry. I get it. No, I get it. But like time is money, so let them shrink. So, or why don't you just roll them to January and bring in $850? I don't know. I mean, don't let me tell you what to do. Right? So, like, exactly. I think Premium has got it. He's like, what is your objective with the trade? Cash grab or share accumulation? I think that's the best question right there. What is it that you want to do? Save Savage UCASST. Whoa, baby. Yes, I saw it. It went to like $11, $12 a share, right? And it's this profit taking right now. I'm not doing anything with the cash secure puts. I received over 65% for those cash secure puts for 1 month. That's fucking insane. I'm not touching it. I'm not touching ASST. I'm gonna let the stock do whatever the stock wants to do. And if they want to give me those shares in October, guess what? They paid me $365 to $375 for my $5 cash secure put. The stock is at like, what is it, like at $7, $8, $9, $10 right now. So it's insane the way that it's moving. I'm daring them to give me those shares at this point. Let's see here. $9.29. Yeah, it was like $14, $15 in the morning. It's $9 now, profit taking. Yeah, I have a short put row on deck, and I'm trying to get paid $900, $1,800, $900 for 10 cash secure puts times 2. So that's one is for 900, one's for 850, and so I'm trying to get paid, and it's the same strike, same $5 strike. so I can bring in even more money and get under. I'll be under $1 if these trigger. Uh, Basically, that's what my break even would be on these shares, under $1. So I hope I get assigned. Um, Savage, the shares do not have to be $32 on October 3rd. They can be any. They can be any price. Absolutely, yes. The warrants will hold value $32 all day to October 26th. I get it. I understand. Warrant value has nothing to do with stock price. I know that. I said that at the beginning of the show. They can be 100. That's what I was saying. If the share price is $50, between now and October next year, you can go into the open market, say, here's my warrants, give me my shares, and then you can sell the shares for $50, and you can make the $18 difference. Larry Titus in the house saying hi, y'all. Ricardo Canal saying hi. Hector, need an opinion regarding C3.ai. Cold premiums are going nowhere. I buy some calls. Buy some $20 2027 calls, and that's kind of the only. But do it through cash secure puts. So sell some cash secure puts elsewhere, make some premium, and then buy some C3.ai calls. That's what I did, and I'm just sitting right now on the cheap calls, because when it rips, it's gonna rip, and just give it some time. They just came out with a new product. So, anyways, guys, I'm going to get out of here because I have to go to the doctor, and I need to get my ass going. So, thank you for watching. I will be on tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. again, and we'll be talking shop, and we'll be talking about making more money, GME, SoFi, and so on. It's for AST, C3.ai, Unity, Roblox, uh, Nvidia, and so on and so forth. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate you guys. Thumbs up, share, subscribe if it's your first time watching, because we're trying to make money. I'm trying to make 100 millionaires. I'm trying to make 100 millionaires that watch this channel. All right, so guys, have a great day for the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. So let's keep making money. Peace out, knuckleheads. Later.